I'm gonna do one up for the video. As you saw by the title, this video is a part 2 to a video that I did in the beginning of my YouTube thing. So this video is about being Nigerian American in Malaysia and Southeast Asia. And in that video, and I had a lot of comments, a lot of feedback. So again, this video is just strictly my experience. So this is definitely not, I'm not trying to be negative or anything. Like, this is just me being real. So this is a part 2, even though I'm no longer in Malaysia. I'm in the US now. My 6 months is up, unfortunately, but I still have a lot to talk about. Here's a link to the first video, but where I kind of left off, my experience was okay. I was just getting started. It was like my 3rd week being in Malaysia, and I talked about racism. I talked about how Nigerians are treated in Malaysia. I talked about just being American, and I just talked about my experience and things that were going on. And yeah, and I got great feedback. So now I'm going to talk about towards the middle to the end of my time there and just my experience. So for starters, the rest of my time there was great. I don't have any major complaints. I had an amazing time, and I do think that's because of my attitude and my personality, because I feel like Malaysia, it is an easy place for someone to go, mainly because they speak a lot of English. It's pretty Western and modern, but again, like, if you don't have the right attitude, being foreign and coming in, your experience is going to be bad. And I think a lot of people can go ahead and vouch for what I just said. So first, I had a great time. I was meeting a lot of people. I wasn't letting things stop me whatsoever. However, I felt like I had to cut a few people off because they were negative, and those are predominantly some of my Nigerian friends that were at the school that I was attending. They were just a little bit more on the negative side, and a lot of them would say, "Oh my gosh, just wait another month or so. You will be complaining. You will not like it here, blah blah blah." Because when they ask me, "Do you like it here?" I say, "Yes, I love it here. I think people treat me nice. I'm enjoying myself. I'm seeing different things. I'm meeting different people." And I think they got mad when I said things like that, because they always say, "Oh, we'll just give it another month. Give it, it's some haterade type stuff, basically." And I kind of had to cut them off because they were just a little bit more on the negative side, and was positive vibes only. And I mean, that's kind of what happens. That's in life. Doesn't matter what country you're in. Like, sometimes you have to cut people off. So once I did that a little bit, not saying they're bad people, I feel like I started to enjoy myself even more. And every time they were negative and say, "Oh yeah, you're not gonna enjoy yourself, just wait a little bit," it fueled me to even have more fun, to love Malaysia more, and to really accept the people there. So I was just having a lot of fun. I didn't have any situations where I was I was attacked because of my race. Again, being American there, I did receive, I don't know, privilege maybe. I don't know. Like, I felt like people were okay with me. At least the Malaysian people the locals were okay with me. Still, sometimes when I went to some areas, which is funny, like the brick fields where there's predominantly Indians there, sometimes you get stares, but it's because they're staring at my complexion. I'm a darker complexion, and it's just kind of funny because I've heard that, people, like kids, pointing at Nigerians or people of darker complexion and saying, "Oh, why your skin so black?" And it's just so interesting to me, because it's like these Indians, they're usually darker complexion also. So it's kind of like weird to me that we are honestly the same complexion. So that's just really interesting. But I never had anyone outwardly say something. I never had an outward racial slur the remaining times that I was there. Were people treating me differently in certain ways, in a bad way? I don't know. I didn't think too deep about it. I get lots of stares. I get lots of compliments. People just seem intrigued by me. I talk about this in a different video. Just like I'm intrigued with them. So for the most part, I didn't have any crazy bad experiences, and that's awesome. I would say though, being Nigerian in Malaysia is hard for a lot of people, and I totally understand that. I don't undermine that. just because I had a great experience. I think it's exceptionally hard for men in Malaysia because they're always being ridiculed. They're always, I don't know, like, they're always being judged. They're always getting pulled over for no reason. I think it's harder for men than it is for women. Again, some women are there for prostitution. Some women are there for schooling. So oh, I must say, I don't think I talked about this in my first video because I don't think I was comfortable talking about it, but now whatever. I was like stalked, I guess, near where I lived on campus in an apartment. There was a man who was following me around. He looked Middle Eastern. I don't know exactly where he was from. He was following me around and kind of like asking me, hey, come in my car, come in my car. Did I talk about this in the last video? I don't think so. But I mean, basically he thought I was a prostitute. At first I didn't know because I was just scared shitless because I've never been approached like that in my life. But then later I found out the high rate of prostitution and sex trafficking of Nigerians in Malaysia or just in Asia. It all kind of made sense. So in that case, I ain't no prostitute, but I mean, that's kind of how that man perceived me, which I got over. It's not a good thing, but I got over it. I wasn't just kind of dwelling on that. Okay, so like I said, it's harder for men to live in Malaysia. I think it's much harder for them. I know a lot of them just go there, get their schooling over with, and then leave and go back. So I know that it's really hard because a lot of the Nigerian men feel like these people don't care about them. They bring they fuel their economy. They add to the country, and they still feel like in return they're treated like shit. Like, I mean, you don't have to love them, but they do feel like they're treated like shit, and I understand that. But as a woman, I didn't have any problems. I do feel like I had an issue where I lost my wallet, y'all. So stupid. I lost my wallet and everything, and it's just like, it was just kind of hard for them to really, I think it could be like a cultural thing. It's like they're moving really slow to help me. I feel like if I was back home in the US, it would be like swift, 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 like let's help you. They're kind of just moving so slow. So sometimes there is this connotation that like they don't really, Malaysian people, don't take offense, y'all, any Malaysians watching my video, Malaysian people care for their locals more than foreigners. So with me saying that is that they didn't really care about my situation, but maybe if I was Malaysian, they probably would have been more active and alert and like really actively trying to help me. I didn't dwell on it too much. I did feel like they pulled the I don't speak English card a lot, and they were just moving slow on things, but that could just be me, and you know, so that's that. So being a foreigner, I think it's just really difficult. It doesn't matter if you're Nigerian. I just think if you're a foreigner, it could be a little bit hard. So let's fast forward, guys. I met some awesome people here in Malaysia. I talked about it in my video on how to make friends, and they were also Nigerian. It opened, I didn't know there's like a whole nother side to Malaysia. Like, it's like a baby Lagos, baby Niger in Malaysia. There's so many Nigerian people. Like, I knew there were some just from my school and the ones I'll see out and about in the street in KL, but like once I met a new group of friends that were just, these girls were just like me, open, they don't think negatively, they're straight positive vibes, straight positive Nigerians. Once I met them, they opened a whole new world. Like, I remember like talking to them the first time I met them and just saying like, man, there's so many Nigerians here. I can't believe there's not any Nigerian restaurants or Nigerian owned businesses, and they're just like, girl, like, where you been? You've been living under a rock? Like, there's tons of African restaurants, Nigerian restaurants. There's ton of like Nigerian related businesses and I just didn't know about it. And just because I wasn't exposed to it initially. So Nigerians are doing great things in this country. It's not all negative. A lot of people are here for schooling. A lot of people here are fueling the economy. And there's people that are setting up shop here in Malaysia. So yeah, they were very positive people. They were all college students, and they were just living their life and doing their thing, and they're just awesome because we had so much in common too. So it was really cool, like we don't have to be that different. And I think that was a good thing, because when I was back in my own school, I wasn't really meeting girls, Nigerian girls, that we had like a lot in common. But then when I kind of like started to branch out and go to Sunway and different areas and different universities, I was meeting more people where we had a lot more in common. So that was pretty awesome. Like, I had so much fun, guys. Like I said, like, so many concerts, Nigerian concerts, like Cash, Alamide, like Corday Bello. Those are only three that I got to go to while I was there. The clubs, the nightlife was just so much fun. Like, you just straight dancing, shooking all night. So that was amazing. So I was happy that I got a chance to do that. And just like meeting different people. I think another great thing is that I was meeting so many people from different parts of Africa. It just wasn't Nigerians, even though Nigerians are literally taking over. Check, okay? But I was just meeting people from Mali, Zimbabwe. Like, I don't even meet those people here in the US. I don't know, because I live in Minnesota. I don't know what it is. But I met so many other Africans while in Malaysia that it was just like super awesome just to like see my beautiful people. So that was awesome. So I must say, like, my experience was great. I kept positive vibes and I had a positive experience. I would go back to Malaysia. I would recommend other Nigerian-Americans to go to Malaysia, but have a positive vibe, make some friends, like, do you find people that you can relate to, and you'll have a great time in Malaysia. You don't have to be there forever. But I must say, there are some people that are doing bad things. I came across some of those people. It doesn't mean I have to get involved in what they do, but like, I mean that's my thing. And a lot of them were treated badly. Like, I know there was a time where me and my friends were in a car and we got pulled over for no reason. No reason. Checked the car and everything. No reason at all. And it's because we're Nigerian, because we were black. And we weren't even all Nigerian in there, but we were all black. We all had melanin. So we got pulled over. So that was like really frustrating. But we didn't let it get us down. We laughed it off after, and we just kept going on the road because we were completely innocent. So now I want to talk about something a little different I didn't talk about in the last video. But let me like talk about a few things. So when I went out with a few of my European friends, in like Bar Street in KL, basically on Shankats, and I've seen some of these flashy Nigerian men. I did notice that a lot of them ignored me. Not that I'm trying to like get all the attention or whatever, like, but like a lot of them ignored me. A lot of them pulled the, oh, my African sister, like that type of stuff. Like, why do that? But I don't know if they just weren't at first. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, Nigerian men are just not into like black girls. I mean, obviously when I met my friends, Nafisa and Carol, the other Nigerian girls, I saw like there was just a whole nother world. But I would meet them and like they would just act so weird towards me, and I never knew why. I don't know if it's because I'm just with a group of other white girls. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't really care. Like, I don't want you. But like, I just kind of found it like kind of weird that like they just kind of ignore black girls when they're on Shanka. And you know what? You know, that's fine, because like so like, I mean, that kind of happened a lot, and you know, that's fine with me. And this is no shade to my European friends, aka y'all don't know the slang, but no offense to you guys. It's not anything you guys do. It's more with the man, and that's totally fine with me. Like, it was just kind of annoying when I'll have like some friends be like, oh yeah, you're Nigerian, I have this Nigerian boy now, like how like he does this and he does that, like I don't know how, I don't know what to do. And it's just like, girl, bye. Like, just because I'm Nigerian doesn't mean I can explain his actions. No, check your man, basically. So I mean, the whole like black men, Nigerian men, doesn't matter where you're from, ignoring black women, that's nothing new. That happens in the US also, but I was really shocked for some reason initially when it happened in Malaysia also, that I was just kind of a little taken back. And I hate the whole like, yeah, my African sister, like that is just so damn annoying. Like, I am a normal girl just like everyone else. So I mean, definitely like it's it's just like a lot going on. Maybe I'll talk more about that in a different video, but I didn't want this video to be too long. Nonetheless, there are great people out there. I met great people. Like there's just so many people doing great things in Malaysia. And if you are Nigerian and in Malaysia and you're listening to this, try not to be so negative, because that could really have a negative effect on you and your studies and whatever you're doing out there. But nonetheless, being Nigerian American in Malaysia wasn't that bad. Anyways, thanks guys. Thanks for tuning to my video and listening to me ramble. And I have more stuff coming about just being black and abroad. So stay tuned, subscribe, like, follow, all that good stuff. Instagram, Twitter, find me on the gram. Anyways, thanks guys for watching.